I'm Rachel Padilla. I'm an artist. I've been live streaming every night this week, and it's been a really fun experience. Last night that I completed today, a little bit of pen and ink, and I'm ready to get started. See what happens tonight. Gonna go ahead and put on a record. A little bit of classical music to get us in the mood. Hi, Thomas. Thanks for being here. So tonight I am wearing a brand new t-shirt that I just got in the mail. And I'm really excited to share that this is an original design. And these and a couple of other designs are available on my website. So if you have a moment, check that out. And it's a great way to support me by wearing my art. Get a couple of brushes ready here. Ah, Thomas came over from Twitter. Thank you. So I have really no idea starting out what I'm going to paint tonight. But we'll go with the flow and see what happens. I've actually got my palette from last night. So I have that for a basis to start. But I think I might add a couple of shades of red. And Thomas, I hope that you're having a great weekend so far. I hope you're having the opportunity to refresh, recharge, relax, all of the things that weekends bring. Turn up the music just a little bit. Go ahead and resaturate some of my colors here. It's one of the advantages of using watercolor is you can let them completely dry out and just add water to reactivate them. It's a 3-day weekend. Congratulations. I'm glad you're enjoying the weekend. Kind of working a yellow ochre that I have here. Just go with a really expressive mark to start off. So what do you do, Thomas, to enjoy your weekends? I'm always curious to hear what other people are up to. Ah, you like listening to podcasts. Excellent. Anything in particular? News related? DIY? What kind of podcasts? True crime. Oh my gosh. I love true crime. Television, podcasts, you name it. There's just something like, I don't think of myself as a very cynical person, but there is something really satisfying about true crime and like the who done it aspect of things and how a person or a criminal ultimately gets caught. I love it. I watch a lot of murder shows and mystery and true crime myself. I haven't really found any podcasts to listen to, but I do love true crime. Zoom in here on your comments. A painting using multi shades of one color. So yeah, one color with different shades. Well, since I've already got some colors down, I could probably go with a monochromatic theme here. I'll take a request from a true crime fan. One of the things that I enjoy doing when painting, I try not to use color straight from the tube. Um, so I have a tendency to use a complementary color to achieve different shades of the same color. So in this case, if I'm using this kind of uh, rusty orange color, I would use a complementary blue to get various shades rather than a black and a white to achieve different shades. Ah, you like spending time in the buff, I see. Understood. Hi, honey. I was looking at comments. I didn't realize the comment about multi shades was from Honey. So upon your request, Honey, I have this dark orange shade that I've mixed with some blue to bring some depth and darkness to it. It turns this kind of a neutral color. Hi, Simplistic Motivation. Thank you for being here. Thank you. So mixing that deep orange color with a little bit of blue has gotten me a nice neutral shade. Slightly darker to work with here. I'll take more of the orange and just emphasize this previous shape, this previous area that I did here. So I asked Thomas what he's doing to relax this weekend. So I'll go ahead and ask Simplistic Motivation and Honey the same question. What are you up to this weekend? What's going on? How are you relaxing, unwinding, recharging? And then the cool thing about watercolors to achieve a lot of shades of color is just that thinning out of color. Using water to make the pigment flow over a greater area makes it look lighter. Running Saturday errands. Okay, great. Honey, thank you for sharing your work with me. I appreciate that. Saturday treat, Chick-fil-A. Yeah, they know what they're doing with chicken. I'm going to just step back here for a second, see what I've got going on. Just follow up this nice curve here. Oh my gosh. Ham radio. I am fascinated with ham radio. I've actually got all the materials, the study book, so that I can eventually take my test. Right now, I don't think I could pass it, but I think ham radio is really fascinating and interesting. So I've got this series of neutral colors building up, but they're all coming from that orange, just adding a complementary color to it. I understand, Thomas. Yeah, when companies do really tout their politics, it makes it difficult and challenging to support them. But the food is delicious. And I've got this orange, just a little pure, going up against slightly neutralized orange. I was sharing early on um, in the stream. It's been a few minutes, so I'll go ahead and plug it again. Um, the shirt I'm wearing is my own design. I've got this design and a couple of other designs available on my website. I'm really excited about it. I ordered this one in advance just to check the quality, and I'm really pleased with the quality. So if you want to support this living artist, please check out my website. Oh, I've already gone through my first side of my classical record here. Go ahead and flip her over. And I'll probably just stick to this record because it's very relaxing. My music last night got a little dark and overwhelming. So the recommendation, honey, is to just study the answer sheet for the test for the ham radio. How do you use your ham radio? Do you just tune in to what other people are talking about? Do you broadcast yourself? How do you do that? How do you use it? I'm going to get a little white in here with that orange color I was using. But yeah, I have all the intentions of getting a ham radio license. Oh, you talk on the radio when you're painting? That's interesting. Do you talk about the process of painting, or just kind of free flow in both directions? Uh-oh, you hear my big art dog barking in the other room. So one of your friends say very few artists can do that. Um, I happen to agree. I have had um, some challenges myself being able to talk to an audience and paint at the same time, because traditionally I've been so very into my own world and my own thought process that I often forget to talk. Exactly, honey. Hi, Emma. Hi, John. Nice to see you guys here. Thank you. Yeah, my dog likes to bark at the delivery men, the Amazon man, the mailman, that kind of thing. And sometimes he's just upset that he's not in here lying down at my feet being part of the process. Well, I tell you what, honey, sometimes I would take being a motor mouth to what I have a tendency to do, which is kind of freeze up. So that can be a blessing, I'm sure. So I had worked with this blue as a complementary color, and now I've added a little bit of the orange to the blue to make some darker blues and neutrals. We'll just go with this. A nice kind of pattern emerging here. And it looks like I'm running out of my orange, so I'll re-up on that. No, I don't really paint in the nude. Um, I yeah, no. So now that I've got that orange straight out of the tube, it's a little clearer and a lot more pure than it was before. So I think I'm going to emphasize this little pattern that started with these little short brush strokes. The violins. Yeah, it's nice, right? It's not stress inducing like the stuff I was playing last night. And I'm going to get a little more yellow ochre since that's the color that I initially started with. Create X as a watercolor. No, I'm assuming that that's a brand name. I have not tried that. But I imagine that there are brands of watercolor that are superior to other brands. And so I'm always open to suggestions. In my mind, in my memory, it seems like I remember watercolors being a lot more vivid than these are. Because I used to do a lot of watercolor when I was in college, but I wasn't sure if that was just, a false memory or if these just aren't that vivid. So tell me about the Create X as watercolor. And do you paint with watercolors on the regular, or do you use a different variety or a different type of paint? I'm going to take some of this yellow ochre into here, into those earlier colors. So Create X has the sharpest colors. That would be nice, actually. I think the first paint I ever painted with was watercolor. So it was always something that was very familiar, kind of a go-to. Um, and I've done oils, but most recently and most commonly I use acrylics. So getting in here for the live streams this week and doing just watercolor that's very quick and kind of instant gratification is different from what I normally do artistically. Normally being recently, I guess. And since I've got these great complementary colors of this orange and this blue, where I've created all these shades of orange, adding that blue. I'm going to go in with this blue again and see what I can't do here. I've always really been fascinated with textiles and dyes, and I've always wanted to know more and explore um, more with textiles, but I haven't. I've done a little bit of like tie dye and a little dyeing of textiles, and it's always very satisfying. I do enjoy it. So, honey, you do textiles and watercolor. Very nice. How about one shot paint? I'm not sure what you mean. John, do you mean like honey, the sticky bee pollen kind of stuff? Honey, I will definitely check out the Create X website. Like I said, I'm always interested in finding quality products and quality paints. And I know with things like colored pencils, the brand name really does make a big difference. Ooh, watercolor on canvas. I've never done that. And I cannot answer as to if anyone has actually painted with honey. I wonder what kind of pigments would you use to blend with honey to paint with it? But I guess stranger things have been used for um, mixing paint. Like there's the historical tempera paint that is made with eggs and pigment. It's supposed to be very durable. Again, I've never used it. Flip over my record here. I like this one. It's soothing. Helps the productivity. Making sure I haven't missed any messages. I'm gonna check and see. I've got 5 people here right now. Oh, like by sizing, you mean like treating the canvas so it's prepped for watercolor? Yeah, honey would be a very sticky situation, and it's like somewhere in the back of my mind, I want to say that someone surely must have used honey in some kind of art capacity, for performance art or paint or some add something to a paint. Yeah, try sweet talking the ants that come to visit you. So I've got this nice little puddle of orange here that I think I'm going to purposely disturb. I've pretty much stuck to my big brush this whole time, and I'm kind of okay with that. So, John, I don't know if I asked you or asked while you were here, but what is in store for your weekend? How are you relaxing and enjoying the weekend? Yeah, honey would totally attract vermin. Supposing, though, that that's part of the performance aspect of it is to attract vermin. See what kind of interesting neutral shapes I can get here. So, sleeping, more sleeping, going for more walks in the sunshine while it's here, and giving into the sun. Nice. I was under the impression for years that you couldn't catch up on sleep, but I guess that's wrong. And it does seem like honey has some kind of like I don't think you're wrong. Um, it might be a good binder or something. It seems like it's not unheard of for it to have been blended into like historical oil paints or something. John is the oldest 22 I'll ever know. Flour, water, and honey. Yeah, maybe so. A lot of salt in there to keep the ants away. I feel like I need some more deep, dark colors in here. But I didn't keep this truly monochromatic as requested. I did go with complementary colors though, which is almost the same thing. Lots of neutrals. Maybe get some of the purer blues in there now. Really emphasize those oranges. I work with paper mache too, so that's kind of funny. I remember as a kid being really fascinated by paper mache and the endless possibilities of things you could make with it. Anyone else work with paper mache? Actually, I've got a piece of paper mache that I've worked on here. Like making masks. This is my coyote mask that is going to be um, a really key part of some upcoming projects that I'm working on. So you get a little sneak peek of what I'm up to. Yeah, the casting that I did of my torso was paper clay, which is essentially paper mache. It's just not built up in layers like a traditional paper mache. It was cast. Yeah, what I find fascinating about it is its durability, how strong it is. There are pieces from like the like Chinese pieces of, hundreds of years old paper mache pieces that are still intact and still essentially functional if they weren't antiquities. Um, and like furniture and masks and just the endless possibilities. I've not found that thing that I can make with it that's super super satisfying. I do the masks and I've used the paper clay for casting. Oh, thank you, honey. I'm going to finally break out the little brush here and go in and see if I can't work in some interesting little details and little stuff here. It's a small brush. I like these little marks I made over here. Maybe emphasize those a little with this blue. You did a life-size girl on a swing, like out of paper mache or a painting? Tell me more. Did you sculpt the horse out of pinon wood? Is that's really impressive. Now I don't know how common a wood pinon is, but it is really common in the Southwest where I grew up. It's a very sturdy wood. That is really cool. But yeah, that's what I mean about paper mache, just the endless possibilities, the things that can be made with it, both functional and decorative, and the size and the mass of of the potential of paper mache is really fascinating to me. 4 feet. Nice. 5 takeout coffee cups and 2 balloons. Oh, that you used as the armature for the paper mache sculpture. Interesting. I guess that's the other aspect that really fascinates me about paper mache is you can take virtually like what someone would discard as trash, be it cardboard boxes or balloons or paper cups, and make an armature out of it, and then use newspapers that have already been used and at the end of their intended purpose and turn them into something else. I love that. Exactly, John. Invest in paper mache. It's such a versatile and amazing thing. Yep. And I have gone quiet again. I've forgotten my limeade that is just turning to water. It's really great to have been with a nice, engaging, and talkative group tonight. Thank you so much for sharing about yourselves and your art. This is true. It's just a matter of, you know, how to use that creativity to get the thing done that you want to show and share and promote. Well, folks, I think that I've done what I can for this piece tonight. I will go in with my little fountain pen here once it's dry and go around colors, emphasize shapes, bring in some depth, emphasize colors, to make it a complete piece that I will share online tomorrow on Twitter and Instagram. And just as a final note, because I'm so very proud of myself, this is my latest t-shirt design. This design and two others are available on my website. So check out my website. The link will be in the description. It's rachelpadilla.com. Thank you so much for being here this week, off and on, and especially tonight. I really appreciate your company and your conversation. Thanks so much for watching. Good night.